I chose the Mount, honestly, because it was a perfect distance from home.
It didn't feel like I'd be one in a number here.
It was financial. I got a lot of scholarships to come here.
I love the atmosphere of being able to walk from one side of the campus to the other in under 10 minutes.
Getting good grades. I'm very grade conscious.
I wasn't sure what major to choose. I wasn't sure what path in life to choose.
How to fit in on campus.
How am I gonna really react to such a small environment?
It's a small community, and the most, I would say the part that helped me the most was joining the theater, because it's like another small community within the community. I was able to find my way, find new people to meet and kind of relate with. So I would have to say that being a small community helped me overcome my fears.
I'm part of the campus ministry, and I'm the sophomore class treasurer. So by breaking up your studies and being a part of a lot of activities on campus, I was able to overcome those fears and enjoy myself here on this campus.
What I love about the Mount is that the Mount loves to help the students, meaning there's always a helping hand. I was new to this environment. The Mount was open and friendly to me and helped me slowly adjust myself to this environment.
I've found the most rewarding experiences here to be my extracurricular experiences. I'm involved with MSMC's main stage, which is the theater, and I'm also co-managing editor of Mount Messenger, the student newspaper, and actually co-founder of the newspaper as well. I learned more from that than in a classroom, but I still learned a whole lot in the classroom.
The Mount really just kind of helped me to just kind of stay on track. Because if I was in a much bigger school, I would have dropped out in a heartbeat. I've not only done some incredible projects, I've thrived athletically. I've done so many things that I never thought I would be able to accomplish.
Of course, I think it shaped me for the better. I mean, I've learned skills that will help me in the future, such as communication, you know, teamwork. When you're in clinical, you have to work together in order to complete a task.
The Mount has definitely led me in the right direction on how to become an adult. I've just been so involved with everything on campus. I went away to Spain for a whole month with the study abroad program, and I loved every minute of it. That definitely was my turning factor last summer in creating how I've changed.
I've loved all my professors in general. My education professors have been absolutely amazing. They're always there to help you when you need them.
I think what makes the Mount is the professors, because they're always there to help you.
I just feel like you get to know every one of your professors. You're not a number, and they know you, and they're willing to be there for whatever you need.
They really understand how things operate outside of the classroom, how the real world works. They know how to communicate with you. They know how to connect with the student better because they're able to get down on your level.
I'm able to communicate with them, not only just in the classroom, but on a personal level as well.
With their wealth of knowledge they pass on to us, it's just great.
But they're all welcoming. They all have office hours, so you're able to just walk into their office and say, hey, I have a question, could you please help me out?
If you need help networking and getting an internship or what have you, they know all the resources.
So I think at like a bigger school, you wouldn't get that. They would just kind of give you a lecture and they just assume you know what you're doing. So I think that interpersonal connection is really cool.
The best thing you could do is really try your hardest. But I think also you need to open up, embrace the community, try new things.
Don't be isolated, because the more people you know, the easier the experience is and the more fun it is.
Definitely, if you're coming to the Mount, just remember that you're going to have a staff and a faculty behind you to support you, whatever decisions that you make in the future.
You need to push yourself to want to stay here and do the activities, because we have fantastic activities, let me tell you.
The Mount is here to help. Certainly the Mount has helped me become more independent.
I feel like I'm more well-rounded as a student.
It just helps you to build this confidence, and because of the community being so small, you feel so much comfortable to try things that you thought that you were afraid if you were in a bigger environment.
Luckily, this community called Mount St. Mary College has really given me some of my best ideas and really inspired me to do some of my best work.
It's just helped me grow into the person I want to become. So, and having a supportive team behind me is great.
I've taken advantage of every opportunity I've gotten so that I can actually build a resume, show an employer, I had internships, so now I have work experience underneath my belt.
My plans are to be a part of a marketing firm in a big corporation.
Definitely find a job will be the first on the top list.
I will hopefully be hired for that hospital that I currently work for.
Well, obviously I'm getting a job. That is my #1 thing. I'm going to wait to get my master's for another semester maybe.
I'm hoping to secure a teaching job. That's my goal. And then to go get my master's as I'm teaching.
I'm planning to work in the city, 2 jobs, so I could get different perspective of the nursing field.
Work at a public relations firm and build my way up through the process.
You can take advantage of your time here or you can't, but I think the Mount gives every opportunity for students to achieve greatness.
With 150 points is your junior class.
My name is Christina. I am a senior and I studied abroad in New Zealand. My name is Rose. I'm a senior and I studied abroad in Florence, Italy.
I'm Steve. I'm a senior and I went to Tokyo, Japan.
I'm Daniela and I'm a junior and I studied abroad in Spain.
I'm a biology major, so when I went to New Zealand, it was kind of an ecological conservation project that we focused on. I had just taken ecology with the professor that was actually leading the trip, so it was interesting to apply the things I had learned in my ecology class to actual field work that we were doing out there.
When you're abroad, at least in the courses that I teach, it's experiential. You're out, you're at the Uffizi, you're not just looking and talking about pre-perspective paintings and post-perspective paintings. You're examining those paintings. You're an active learner with all of that. You're walking the streets, you're hearing your footsteps echo on those cobblestones. You're thinking that 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, you know, human beings ahead of me walked these same cobblestones, entered these cathedrals, prayed here, and it just sometimes fills your eyes with tears. It's such a moving and unbelievably deep experience.
I think the most unforgettable moment was standing on top of the Duomo in Florence. It's so high up and you get a beautiful view of all of Florence as well as Italy, and it's just a breathtaking moment and you're just speechless up there.
Some of the fears I had before I studied abroad in New Zealand was the fact that it was different from anything I've done before. Some of the other study abroad trips, you stay on a campus or even in hotels for a couple parts of the trip, and this trip was completely backpacking across the country and living in hostels. So my mother told me, I've never seen you camp before, I don't know if you're going to be able to do this, but I have this sense of adventure that I just feel like I needed to accomplish this, and I'd be able to come back with such amazing stories, which I do now. And so I was like, just thinking, don't let this stop you. This is going to be an amazing experience. So I'm really happy I did.
3 things that you have to bring with you. First, open mind. That's one thing. Second, you have to bring the boldness. You need to be willing to take some risks while you're abroad. And I think the third one would be patience, tolerance. Not everything is going to work in the way we plan to be. We're going to be in new places. There's going to be new experiences.
I'll say definitely study abroad because it'll help you grow as a person, things you don't even think about with maturing, because you have to figure out how am I going to pack, what am I going to eat. Because, I mean, you come to college, you mature here because you're away from your parents. But think about the freedom you have when you're thousands of miles away in a different continent, and the school's there too. The only one is just you and some teachers, so you just have total freedom to do what you want. So you take that opportunity to grow, to learn new things. You can come back, put that on your resume, and you'll look more interesting in the job market as you look for a job in the future.
To go for it with confidence, to believe that this is really an excellent opportunity that I believe is on many levels almost life-changing, maybe mostly because of the confidence that people grow in, that they can do it. They did it. They've rejoiced in it. We hope that we plant a seed that they'll travel in the future and just have a deeper understanding of culture and of the breadth of the world.
I'm Bridget, I'm a senior, and I studied abroad in Granada, Spain.
My name's Anisha, I'm a senior. I studied in New Zealand last December, and I'm studying in China this December.
in this community should be very, very proud to have Mount St. Mary College in our midst. What they do for us as a community, they give back more than they get. But don't forget, the Mount is two-phased. It gets an education to people, it gives people an opportunity to learn a trade, and they give it back in volunteering for nonprofits and to make the community a better place to live for everybody.
Our student athletes have participated in numerous community service projects over the years, including supporting our local food banks, the Newburgh Special Olympics, and the local Boy Scouts of America. Every project teaches our players that they are more than just student athletes, they are role models. What they have learned is that the greatest joy is not from winning a game, but from giving something to someone else without expecting anything in return.
Mount teacher candidates and education faculty work together outside the classroom on Saturdays at the Newburgh Armory Unity Center, where we engage in community literacy experiences with area children and their families in programs such as Around the World in Stories and Family Literacy Happens in Newburgh. The children at the Armory look forward to our Mount students each week in engaging literacy activities, and together with their families, they learn from each other.
The Dyson Scholar Program is an opportunity for student leaders on campus to get out into local community agencies. During the Dyson Summer Leadership Institute, students like myself had hands-on training to develop our leadership skills. Through trust exercises, leadership development, and group reflections, not only did we grow independently, but we grew as a team to work together to become better leaders.
It is important to me to continue to volunteer at the Newburgh After School program that I once went to. I once helped the student with their homework assignment, and it was to write about somebody that they looked up to. And unbeknownst to me, they were writing about me on how I came from Newburgh and was able to go to college.
Our nursing students and faculty get involved in the community by holding local blood drives on our campus. We also go to West Point and administer flu vax to all the cadets. I got the opportunity to volunteer at Newburgh Ministry every Thursday, and I was a little nervous going in. I didn't know what I was getting myself into, but coming out, I think I have a whole new outlook and appreciation for the people and population that come to the ministry, as well as the people who volunteer and work there.
Each year, Mount St. Mary faculty, staff and students reach out to the surrounding communities in countless ways, helping to teach, to heal and to improve lives. Since its founding, the Mount has been a caring community that values scholarship and service in partnership with our neighbours. The Mount's commitment to these values springs from the ideals of our founding sisters and the knowledge that each opportunity to help brings also an opportunity to learn. We are grateful to the many organisations that welcome and guide our students, and we are proud of our students' spirit of service, which will continue to enrich our communities for years to come.